Good morning, everyone. At this time, we will tackle about some components of reading. So, learning to read is one of the most important skills children can learn. When your child takes their first steps in their learning to read journey, it is important to keep in mind the 5 essential components of reading that every child needs in order to grow into a confident and fluent reader. So, here are some components of reading: fluency and the reading act, phonemic awareness, and phonics. So, when we say the reading act or the reading process is a multifaceted process involving word recognition, comprehension, fluency, and motivation. So the reading process or the reading is making the meaning from print. It requires to identify the words in print, a process called word recognition. Construct an understanding from them, a process called comprehension. So reading is a process that includes 3 phases: before reading, during reading, and after reading. In the before reading phase, the reader establishes in his or her mind a purpose and a plan for reading. Then the readers begin to read the reading text, the during reading phase. Here are some components of reading. First is fluency skills, the second one is phonemic awareness, and the third one is phonics. So when we say fluency skills, is the ability to see larger segments and phrases as wholes is in aid to reading and writing more quickly. So fluency is the link between recognizing words and understanding them. Effective reading programs teach fluency skills so that readers can make the link between words, sound, and meaning more fluently. So fluent readers can no longer decoding each word they encounter. So there is a range of different skills that build reading fluency in your children. This includes strong phonic decoding skills, an expanding bank of 5 frequency words recognized at sight, and the amount of time that children spend reading books at an appropriate level. The more children read, the better they are. Fluency enables readers to quickly span the gap between recognizing a word and understanding its meaning. Since fluent readers no longer need to concentrate on decoding the words on a page, they can enjoy the freedom of focusing on the meaning conveyed by the words and sentences. Fluency is something that comes a child develops their phonemic awareness, phonic skills, and vocabulary. Regarding reading practice is essential to developing reading fluency. It also helpful to note that by reading aloud regularly to your child, you can provide them with a vocal model to help them understand what fluent reading sounds like. The second one is phonemic awareness. So, it is the knowledge and manipulation of sound in spoken words. So, phonemic awareness refers to the ability to focus and manipulate phonemes in spoken words. It also the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate the individual sound phonemes in spoken word. So it is the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate individual sounds known as phonemes in spoken word. So, when we say phonemes, it is before children learn to read print, they need to become more aware of how the sound in words works. So, reading comprehension, great readers are deeply immersed in the stories they read. They visualize their characters, they hear the dialogue in their heads, and they imagine details beyond the borders of the page. Great readers think about what is happening in a story and share the emotional journey of the characters. In non-fiction books, great readers gain new information, increase their other sources of information in order to deepen their level of understanding of new concepts and topics. These are all indicators that your child is full in reads comprehension of facts they read. It is complex skills that requires time and practice to develop fully, but inevitability reaps great rewards. It's no secret that reading for meaning is the ultimate goal of learning to read. So comprehension is a skill that will not only affect a child's future reading ability, but also their academic ability throughout school beyond. So the last one is phonics. So when we say phonics, it is the relationship between written and spoken letters and sounds. So phonics is their way of teaching children how to read and write. It helps children hear, identify, and use different sounds that distinguish one word from another in English language. Phonics involves matching the sound of spoken English with individual letters or groups of letters. So, phonics is a method for teaching the reading and writing of an alphabetic language. It is done by demonstrating the relationship between the sounds of the spoken language and the letters of or groups of letters of syllables of the written language. So phonics is the process of mapping the sounds in words to written letters. This is one of the earliest reading skills children should develop because it introduces them to the link between letters and the sounds known as the alphabetic principles. A lack of phonics instruction in early printed text represent the sound of spoken words. There are many phonics activities that you can do with your child at home, which will help your child to develop early phonics skills. Although it's important to remember that this activity should always be complemented with regular reading.